There are over 4,700 Walmarts in the United States. From the suburbs of Florida to the deserts of Arizona, the blue glow of that familiar sign lights up the night. You can buy a tent, a shotgun, a gallon of milk, and an iPhone charger, all under one fluorescent roof. Walmart isn't just a store, it's the symbol of modern American life. Convenience, scale, and sameness. But there are still corners of this country where Walmart never came. No 24-hour parking lots, no endless aisles of plastic, no corporate footprint. These are the last places in America without a Walmart. And in their isolation, they've preserved something America has almost forgotten: what it actually means to be independent. How Walmart conquered America. In 1962, Sam Walton opened the first Walmart in Rogers, Arkansas. His vision was simple: sell more for less. And it worked. By the 1980s, Walmart had exploded across the South and Midwest. By 2000, it was everywhere. In less than 40 years, Walmart transformed from a small-town discount store into a corporate empire bigger than most countries' economies. But it didn't come without cost. For every Walmart that opened, dozens of small businesses closed. Hardware stores, butcher shops, family-run grocers that had been there for generations. The American Main Street was quietly replaced by parking lots. Yet, somehow, a few places resisted. The towns that said no. Some towns didn't just avoid Walmart, they fought it off. Stowe, Vermont. In the early 1990s, Walmart proposed a massive store near Stowe. A postcard-perfect ski town famous for its local markets and handmade goods. Residents feared it would destroy the town's character. Hundreds packed town meetings. Local business owners organized. Lawyers fought for zoning restrictions. The people won. 3 decades later, Stowe remains Walmart-free. And instead of a box store, you'll find bakeries, antique shops, and farmers markets that feel like something out of another century. Taos, New Mexico. Taos went a step further. They passed local ordinances restricting the size of new retail buildings. In short, you can't build a Walmart there. Locals said they didn't want anywhere USA. They wanted to stay Taos. To this day, the biggest store in town is still locally owned. Sitka, Alaska. Then there are towns like Sitka, too remote, too rugged, too proud. Surrounded by mountains and ocean, the nearest Walmart is hundreds of miles away. Supplies come in by boat or small plane. Life is harder here, but more human. Resident quote, VO imitation. You don't need Walmart when you have neighbors. If we're short on something, we share. These aren't just anti-corporate towns. They're communities that still remember how to live without convenience. The geography of isolation. If you overlay a map of Walmart locations over a U.S. population map, a pattern emerges. The Walmart deserts are the same regions where population thins out. The Rocky Mountains, the northern Great Plains, northern Maine, and Alaska. In these places, a Walmart simply isn't profitable. No highways, no high density, no massive suburban sprawl. For example, in Bighorn County, Montana, locals drive 2 hours for the nearest Walmart. In northern Maine, some communities are actually closer to Canadian stores. In parts of Alaska, the closest Walmart is accessible only by plane or snowmobile in winter. For most Americans, driving 100 miles for a grocery trip sounds insane. But for these communities, it's just normal. Instead, they rely on small-town general stores, some dating back to the 1800s, that carry everything from flour to fishing line. In these towns, commerce is personal again. When you walk in, the owner probably knows your grandparents' names. What Walmart-free towns teach us about freedom? For many, Walmart represents progress. But in the towns that resisted, progress looked a lot like surrender. These communities weren't just saving their small businesses, they were protecting their identity. The right to choose where you buy, the right to support who you buy from, and the right to live without being swallowed by corporate sameness. A local farmer in Vermont put it simply, you can't have community without friction. Walmart removes friction, and with it, connection. In other words, it's not just about shopping, it's about how we live together. Walmart-free towns tend to have stronger local economies, higher rates of small business ownership, and tighter social networks. Sure, prices are higher, but so is the sense of belonging. And in a time where most Americans don't even know their neighbors' names, that's priceless. Can these places stay Walmart-free? Developers haven't given up. As e-commerce and urban expansion push deeper into rural areas, the Walmart-free list shrinks every decade. But there's a new twist. A growing number of Americans are leaving big cities and returning to small-town life. People are craving authenticity, peace, and space. Ironically, that migration might protect the last Walmart-free towns, as new residents bring money without demanding malls. The movement for localism, farmers markets, and handmade living is growing again, not out of nostalgia, but necessity. The cost of convenience. Every time a Walmart opens, it promises lower prices. And it delivers, but not without consequence. Walmart's low prices are made possible by global supply chains, overseas manufacturing, and aggressive local competition. When it enters a small town, prices drop, but so do wages. The irony is that many communities become dependent on Walmart after it arrives. Once local stores close, there's nowhere else to go. It's the perfect metaphor for modern America. We traded independence for convenience and didn't even notice when it happened. In a country obsessed with efficiency, these towns are choosing something different. They're choosing slowness. They're choosing community. They're choosing to live without the blue glow of convenience. Maybe they're not just Walmart free, maybe they're free, period.